DJI has just dropped their first ever 360 camera, the 360 Osmo. And we've been testing this little camera out in every way possible over the past few days, from low light to slow motion, from hiking trails to hyperlapse, and yet we've even threw it underwater. Now, is this the Insta360 killer or just another flashy spec machine? Let's dive in and find out. Now, it's slick, weighing in just under 183 grams. It feels sturdy and not too bulky, with a soft rubberized feel around the lens. Now, you get a 2-inch touchscreen that's bright, responsive, and it doesn't feel cramped, even when you're swiping around in 360 playback. And good news, I think DJI have learned from their past mistakes, as they've included this rubberized dual lens protector that slips over your Osmo and protects both lenses. But considering it's not attached to anything, I can see myself losing this really quickly. Let's talk about the specs. These sensors are huge for a 360 cam. That's more light, more detail, and better performance all around when the lighting is just not perfect. You're going to get about 13.5 stops of dynamic range here. Now, that's cinematic camera territory, with 360 video of 8K up to 50 frames per second. Now, we have to unpack this. You can shoot full 360 at 8K and still crop in with no real quality loss. It's like having a multi-camera setup that fits right in your pocket. And if you drop it to 30 frames per second, we get over 100 minutes of 8K video recording at 30 frames per second. Now, can this camera do real good super slow motion? With panoramic 4K 100 frames per second, and in boost mode you can shoot 5K with 60 frames per second, or even 4K with 120 frames per second using just a single lens. Now, that's golden. But does it take great still photos, you ask? Well, as a still shooter, this thing grabs massive 120 megapixel panoramic pictures, ideal for real estate, landscape shots, or even virtual reality. And you can also edit each lens separately in RAW. Now, that's pro level flexibility. Let's talk about stabilization and the smart features. Now, I think DJI nailed the stabilization here. We get horizon steady and rock steady 3.0, which means smoother footage no matter how wild you move. Whether you're rocking on that bike trip, strapped to a motorbike, or just running, this thing will stay stable no matter what. Gyro frame is especially cool. You can control and reframe in post by tilting your phone in any direction. This isn't just handy, it's kind of cool. Also, you can start recording with just a hand gesture or a voice command. This comes in super handy for a person like me who solo vlogs and you haven't got a cameraman. Now, let's talk about battery storage and durability. With 100 minutes of 8K recording straight out of internal storage, which by the way is 108 gigs on board, no SD card needed to start rolling. Audio and accessories. The built-in mics are solid, but just like the Osmo Pocket 3, they can pick up a bit of wind noise every now and then. But what really rocks about the Osmo 360 is that it pairs really nice with a DJI mic transmitter. No receiver needed, so the Mic 2 will connect to this seamlessly. Editing is also sweet, with full DJI Mimo app support, gyro flow, and plugins for Premiere if you're going full studio mode. Pros and cons: it's got unmatched 8K over 50 frames 360 video. Beat that Insta360. It has incredible stabilization, even in slow motion mode. It has its own built-in storage and it's weatherproof. And all your footage is easy to reframe in post with phone motion. Now, this camera isn't perfect as it has some cons. Now, the editing software is just behind the Insta360. And also, the battery life is solid, but it mightn't be the best in its class. But for most people, these are not deal breakers. But if you're a hardcore creator or Insta360 power user, you'll notice just them tiny subtle differences. From everyday moments to cinematic captures, this little powerhouse delivers in nearly every situation I threw at it. So is the Osmo 360 worth your cash? Honestly, yeah. If you want that 360 capture without needing a film crew or a suitcase full of gear, this little camera punches way above its price. So if you're just starting out or you're already rocking in DJI's ecosystem, this little bad boy is one to beat. So look out into 360. Now guys, if you found this helpful, drop a like, maybe even a sub if you're feeling generous. Links for this camera and all gear I use throughout my filming are in the description, including my Amazon storefront where you can see what I shoot and what I fly with. I'm Adam from Drone and Lens. As always, you guys have been colourful and I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you got some sort of value from watching this video, and if you did, can you please hit like and smash subscribe. But check this out, over 97.2% of people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to my channel. So if you're part of that 97.2%, can you please smash subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. You know the dance, you guys are colourful, and I hope to see you in the next one.